Hello and welcome back to another episode of Skyrim on Nyxus Gaming. We are here for a Nyxus guide, and today for our first guide in this game, we are going to be going over the standing stones that you can find dotted all throughout Skyrim. Now the game does a pretty good job of introducing these to you once you get out of the cave, the tutorial section. You have the option of following Rayloff down the road here to his hometown of it's not River Run. Why can't I suddenly not remember the name of the first town? I don't know, that's not important for this game, but the point is, he passes by these three standing stones here, and he has a little bit of dialogue that introduces them to you, says there's 13 of them throughout Skyrim, and that's about it. He says to go see them for yourself. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're not going to just see these three. We're going to see all 13. But I figured I'd start with these three. Now the basics of how these standing stones work is there are 13 of them throughout the land. They each give you a special ability of sorts, and you can only ever have one of them active at a time. These first three that are available to you are the Warrior Stone, the Mage Stone, and the Thief Stone. And these are as basic as it gets. Basically, these are the three play styles that you can have throughout the game. It's the three archetypes that the skills are all split into, and thus each of the stones has its own ability based on those skills. The Warrior Stone will let you learn all combat skills 20% faster. The Mage will let you learn all magic skills 20% faster. And the Thief Stone will let you learn all stealth skills 20% faster. If you're like me, I usually go for this Warrior Stone right away and accept it. And you can see in the top left corner, the Warrior Stone was added, and this stone in particular now glows, showing that this is the stone that I have active. And yeah, that's pretty much it for these three. These, like I said, are just basic. They help you learn your skills faster. But the other ones we're going to get into are a lot more complicated. So let's get to it. The first stone that we are going to go out and look for is going to be the Apprentice Stone. And it is located here in the marshy swamp area between Solitude and Morthal, in the upper left of the map. Now, normally these things are guarded by some kind of enemy around them, but for this one in particular, I am not seeing anything stopping me from just walking up and taking its ability. What the Apprentice Stone can offer is those under the sign of the Apprentice recover magicka faster, but are more susceptible to magicka damage. So that would be kind of a blessing and a curse if you're a mage character. You get your magicka back faster so you can cast more, but then you are more susceptible to taking damage to that magicka and losing it all. I'm going to stick with my Warrior Stone. Next up, we have the Atronach Stone here, which is located in the volcanic marsh area just south of Windhelm and northwest of Riften here. And again, I actually don't see anything guarding this one. Maybe I was wrong that these are usually guarded, but in my experience, I remember them being guarded by enemies most of the time. The Atronach Stone, if you're under that sign, can absorb a portion of incoming spell damage, and you'll get a larger magicka pool, but recover it more slowly. So again, a blessing and a curse for that one if you are a mage character. The Lady Stone can be found in the middle of Lake Ilinalta here, nearby the Guardian Stones that we started with, but if you don't have that discovered, you can just go north from Falkreath until you see all the water here and swim out to this island. If you are under the Lady Stone, then you get health and stamina back more quickly. There's not really a minus to that one. That one seems pretty good all around. Now we have one that's being guarded by enemies. This is the Lord Stone, and it can be found just southwest of Dawnstar, east of Morthal, kind of in the snowy mountains here. And as you can plainly see, it is being protected by 3 bandits. Once they're dealt with, feel free to go and get the stone's blessing for yourself. The Lord Stone will make you more resistance to both magicka and physical damage. The Lover Stone can be located within the reach nearby Markarth, just to the east here in the big rocky mountain area, and it too is also completely unprotected. Those under the sign of the Lover always feel a lover's comfort. This will improve all your skills faster. I'm not sure how much faster. I wouldn't think it's the 20% faster like any of the 3 base stones. They got to balance that out somehow. But this is still a good combination of all 3 of those stones. Next up, we have the Ritual Stone here, which can be found just east of Whiterun along the road here. Very easy to find, and it is being guarded by a necromancer right there. Now, I actually also found this bone wolf here, but I'm pretty sure these only appear if you have the Creation Club content associated with them. In all my other experiences, I've only ever found the necromancer here. And of course, with the necromancer comes any skeletons he might raise from the dead. Once they're all dealt with, go ahead and grab your stone. Once a day, those under the sign of the ritual can reanimate nearby corpses to fight for them. This is really good if you're going for a necromancer build in the game. Hence why there was a necromancer here, I guess. For the Serpent Stone, you're gonna want to venture into the far northeast of Skyrim, past Winterhold and past Windhelm, into the waters so you can find this island kind of hidden by the fog on the map. This stone is guarded by an ice wraith, which is a pretty high level for the beginning of the game. And they're also one of my least favorite enemies to deal with in the game, so I probably wouldn't recommend trying to run here right away, but if you can make it here, once a day, those under the sign of the Serpent can use a ranged, paralyzing poison on opponents. That is really good for an archer's build, and I know there are a lot of you sneak archer character subtypes out there. I know you're all over this game, so come get your dirty little mitts on this stone here, okay? Now we get to the Shadow Stone, which is located just south of Riften here, next to a very important Thieves Guild location. So the Shadow Stone being nearby is very fitting. This is going to be protected by a conjurer whose body is over here. And yet again, I came across another bone wolf here. But remember, I'm pretty sure that will not spawn if you do not have the Creation Club content. Unfortunately, I have no idea where the body for that went, but I swear it was here and it attacked me and it was vicious. But anyways, the Shadow Stone here will allow you, once a day, to become invisible for an extended period of time. This is very nice if you're the thieving sort and want to go around stealing stuff without people seeing you. Just turn invisible once a day and grab whatever you want. The Steed Stone can be located just east of Solitude, atop the mountains, overlooking the coast, the ocean over here. And this one had nothing protecting it, so as long as you can get up here, then it's yours for the taking. Those under the sign of the Steed can carry more and do not suffer a movement penalty from armor. This is actually like really good for people like me because if you haven't seen my series on Skyrim, I loot everything and I would love the added carrying capacity. And finally, we have the Tower Stone. This one is located almost halfway between Dawnstar and Winterhold, just along the coast here. And again, this seems like one that doesn't have anything protecting it, so go ahead and just walk up and take it, and enjoy the view while you do so. Those under the sign of the tower have the option to automatically open expert or lower locks. That is actually so overpowered if you ask me, and I would have loved to have realized that during my playthrough. Only having to lockpick master locks is insane. But that's going to be the last stone that we come across throughout the game. That is all 13. And I know you might not use all of these, I know you might not want to go find them all, but hey, it's nice to know what options are available to you, right? So that's going to conclude today's video. Next week, we'll probably be back in another Skyrim video. I don't know exactly what guide we'll do. Something in the base game, maybe treasure maps, maybe something else. But it'll be some kind of guide in this lovely land we call home. But thank you all for watching, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.